Hello children, in this video I'll be discussing few questions from your exercise. Okay, so this is exercise 3, page number Z18. So I'll be discussing few questions. Okay, so let me take first question, that is question number 4. Okay, so question number 4 says, in the figure AB is parallel to CD and EP bisects angle EFB. If angle CGH equals to 150 degree, find the value of angle EFP. So there are certain things that is given. Okay, so we have a diagram given. So these are two parallel lines and we have a transversal and we have, this is the bisector. Okay, so we already know that bisector divides an angle in two equal parts. Okay, so we have this angle and this angle, so the measurement of these two angles will be equal. Okay, and this angle's measurement is 150 degree. So this is CD, let me name this H, G, F, E, P, and this is A, this is B. So if angle CZH equals to 150, find the value of angle EFP. So this is the angle we need to find out, EFP. So this is the angle we need to find out. I've marked it by question mark. Okay, so I write down to find angle EFP. Okay, so children, if you see here, there are certain things you need to use. Okay, so you need to use the concept of what is a bisector, you need to use the concept of vertically opposite angle and corresponding angles. Okay, so if you see here, the angle which is vertically opposite to this angle is this, right? So I'll name this, so this point is Z. So this is the solution part. Okay, so angle FZD and angle HGC. I'm talking about this angle HGC and this angle DGF. Okay, so this angle, these two angles are vertically opposite angles, right? So we know that vertically opposite angles measure is equal. So angle FZD will be equals to 150 degree, right? So this angle and this angle will be equals to 150 degree. So from here we have found out one fact. Okay, now if you see this angle and this angle, this whole angle, it is a corresponding angle, right? So I name it angle EFB. EFB and angle FGD. Okay, so these two angles are corresponding angles, right? Because they occupy same position. Okay, so if these two angles are corresponding angle, then so angle EFB and angle FZD are equal in measure. Okay, so these two are equal, and I know what is the measurement of angle DGF. Okay, so these two are corresponding angles, so its measure is equal, implies angle EFB will also be equals to 150 degree. Okay, so see what we have done is, these two are vertically opposite angles, so this and this two angles measurement will be equal, and again this and this two are corresponding angles, so this angle's measure and this angle's measure will be equals to 150 degree. Okay, so this is same. Now it's given in the question that FP is angle bisector. Okay, so this ray is bisector of this angle. So what happens? Angle EFP will be equal to half of angle, this complete angle EFB. See, I'm talking about this angle EFP. This will be half of angle EFB. That is what a bisector does. Okay. So, we already know what is the measure of angle EFB. So, angle EFP will be equals to half of angle EFB is how much? 150 degree. So, half of 150 degree will be equals to 75 degrees. So, this is the required angle. Okay. So, angle EFP will be equals to 75 degrees. So, we are talking about this angle. Okay. This angle EFP. I hope it is clear. Okay. So, we have done stepwise. First, we found out this angle. Then, we found out this angle. Then, we used the concept of bisector and found out the required angle. Okay. So, this is how we do. This was question number 4. Now I'll be doing question number 6, part 1. Okay. So this is question number 6, part 1. So we have a figure. So there are two parallel lines cut by a transversal. Okay. And the measurement is given. This is x degree plus 52 degree and this is 72 degree and this is y and this line is m and this line is L. So in each case find x and y where L is parallel to m. So I need to find the value of x and y. Okay. So let me give certain name for my convenience. Okay. So I'm going to give a name. So this is A, B. Children, we can name this, okay? There is no problem in naming. Okay, so this is EF. And this point, let me write it as O. And let me name this as M, okay? Now, if you see these two angles, angle EMB and angle MOD, okay? So, sorry. Angle EMB and angle MOD are corresponding angles, right? So, these two are corresponding angles. So, angle EMB will be equal to angle MOD because the corresponding angles measurement is equal. So, EMB's measurement is how much? X degree plus 52 degree, that is equal to 72 degree. That is the measurement of angle MOD. Okay. So, from here what do we get? X degree equals to 72 degree. This, when I take that side, it will become minus. So, this will be equals to 20 degrees. So, from here I got x is equal to 20 degree. Okay, is that clear? Now, we are asked to find the value of even y. Okay, so if you see these two angles are vertically opposite, right? So, I name them angle EMB, this angle, and angle, how do I name this? AMO are vertically opposite angles, right? So, these two angles are vertically opposite. So, its measurement will be equal, right? So, this angle AMO is equals to EMB. Okay. So, what is the measurement of angle AMB? That is x plus 52 degree is equal to y, because these are vertically opposite. And we have found out the value of x, that is equal to 20 degree. So, 20 degree plus 52 degree equals to y. So, our value of y will be equals to 72 degree. So the value of x is 20 degree and value of y is 72 degree. Okay, so this is how we do. Now let me do question number 7, part 1. Okay, so this is question number 7, part 1. So let me draw the figure. So all these 3 lines are parallel to each other. Okay, so these 3 lines are parallel, and we have a transversal and another transversal. So there is, this is 45 degree, this is x, this complete value is 100 degree. Okay, and this is y, and let me name this. So this is this is EF, CD, and this is AB. Okay, so now I need to find the value of x and y. Okay, so if you see here, children, in between these 2 lines, this is a transversal. Okay, so here is a Z formed, right? So this angle and this angle will be equal. So from here we can find the value of x is equal to 45 degree because this is alternate. I'll do it in long form. Okay, I'll give the names. So this is L, M, and this point I'll name it as N. This is the name for the points. Okay, so here if you see angle ALM and angle DML. See, I'm naming this 2 angles, this angle and this angle. Okay, so this is angle ALM and angle DML are alternate angles. Okay, so if the angles are alternate, then their measurements are equal. So I write, so angle ALM is equals to angle DML, right? So ALM's measure is equals to 45 degree. Therefore, angle DML will also be equals to 45 degree. Is that clear? So we have found out the value of x. Angle DML is nothing but x. Okay, so we have found out the value of x to be 45 degree. Okay, now if you see here, this whole angle measures 100 degree, right? So this angle x plus this angle DMN, look at the figure. From figure only we are getting all the answer. Okay, so this angle x, the smaller angle x, and this angle DMN, angle DMN is equals to 100 degree. Please visualize. Okay, so this angle x, the smaller angle, and this angle will be same. So this angle x plus angle DMN will be equals to 100 degree, and we have found out the value of x, that is equals to 45 degree. Okay, plus DMN equals to 100 degree. So from here I get the value of angle DMN, that is equals to 100 degree minus 45 degree, that is equals to 55 degree, right? So from here I found out what is DMN. Okay, so now DMN, this angle and this angle are what? Alternate angles, right? Angle DMN and angle ENM, okay, are alternate angles. Okay, so these 2 are alternate angles. So angle DMN is equals to angle ENM, and we have found out what is the value of angle DMN, that is equals to 55 degree. So angle ENM will be equal to 55 degree, and angle ENM is nothing but y. Okay, so we have found out the value of x and we have found out the value of y. So this is how we do. So children, you have to use your presence of mind a lot, okay? So this is how we do question number 7. And with this, I'd like to conclude the chapter parallel lines. I hope most of the things are clear. And if you solve more questions from the exercise, the concept will be more clear and more permanently printed in your mind, okay? So I expect all of you to try questions from your exercise, okay? Thank you.